Okay, today is, I don't know if I look it, but I'm very happy today. Today, the statement that the young lady that accused Debanj of rape came out. So, you know, you see, the thing about, I'm going to be all over the place, so please bear with me. Please, truly, truly bear with me. The thing about speaking about rape and sexual assault when you're a survivor is that it's very hard not to center yourself and to center your experiences, or not tap into that, because the truth is that unless I don't have the luxury of being objective about rape and sexual assault, I don't have the luxury of being oh really about it. It's my reality. So it's hard not to get triggered. It's hard not to go like, hi, this part of it was like my own, no? Because we all get raped. When I say we, I mean we, the survivors. You all know one. You know what I'm talking about. We all get raped in different ways, different circumstances, different places, different. Some are violent, some are not, some are coercion, some are just, marital rape. We all get raped in different circumstances, by family, by loved ones, by trusted boyfriends, by trusted dates, by husbands, as we had mentioned earlier, by I have to point out, very rarely by strangers, as much as men would like you to believe that. Because men keep on saying, where do people meet this man that do all these things? It's you people. It's you people. Okay, so let's stop fooling ourselves about that. And the truth is that, like I said, I'm happy. I'm happy. I might not look it, but I'm happy because women, Nigerian women, are just, I didn't know we had this in us, because we have been conditioned so deeply. We have been conditioned so deeply to just, don't talk about these things. This thing can't pay you, so why bother? Look, I'm 45 years old. I was raped 26 years ago, and I still remember every detail. I remember how he smelled. I remember the threats he made. I remember every sequence of events from when he actually picked me up to go on this date. I remember everything, and it's so, because I've relived it so many times, trying to figure out is there any points where there was a hint that this was going to happen to me? Because rape is the one crime that almost nobody feels sorry for the victim. If you're murdered, or you're robbed, okay, forget murdered. Even if you're beaten, well, if you're a woman and you're beaten, that's another story. Because what did you say to him? What did you do to him? You see, let's use this, violence against women in general, including rape, including domestic abuse, including everything, right? These are the crimes that there's so little sympathy for the victim. Because if he hits you, what did you say to him? Why did you push him? Don't you know how men can be? You should know how to talk to men. How about you, Seth? Then when it's rape, it's like, where did he see you to rape you? If you sat down in your house with your rape, forgetting that fathers, pretty often, well, let's not say not pretty often, but most women get raped and assaulted at home from a young age by family members, and sometimes fathers. Yes, we know this for a fact. So You're telling me to sit at home, meanwhile my rapist is at home. And you know what? Please, what are your words for the 3-year-old or the 3-month-old? You know what were they supposed to have done? Want their nappies differently? Anyway, look, I really don't want to get angry and get, because that's just giving rape apologists too much power. And the good thing about it is that every day they realize how stupid they sound. Every day they realize how ridiculous they sound. And you see, I feel that rape apologists are coming from a place of, I know I fucked up and I need to, if I drown out all the noise, maybe when my turn comes, people help me drown out all the noise as well. Because you cannot be apologizing for something as heinous as rape, because rape is heinous. But obviously men don't see it that way. A lot of men don't see it that way, because they see it as okay, let me tell you guys a little story, right? Someone I was dating, in sharing trauma and stuff like that, I told him about, my rape. And he said to me, okay, 19. Okay, from what you told me, you weren't a virgin now. I was like, no. It's like, well, then that wasn't so bad. Yes. This is someone who was in my life, who professed to love me, or at least, well, he did say love, but at least care very deeply for me. This was his reaction to that. Yeah. So just so you know, that's how these things are. And then there's also the men who just don't look at you the same anymore because you're like tainted. See, sometimes I say to myself, I really wish I spoke up when I was raped. But I just couldn't. I just could not. That is why I am so... It wasn't like it is now. It wasn't like... You see, then I would have just been that girl that got raped in Enugu. And I would be tainting my brothers, I would be tainting my family. And that's not to say that my family wouldn't have believed me, because I know they would have. I strongly believe they would have. But it still wouldn't have changed the fact that I was this tainted girl. This girl, oh God, no. I would have rather be dead than that be my moniker at that time. And he knew this. This is what, you see, that's what I need people to understand. This is what abusers and rapists bank on. They bank on the fact that as a woman, then as a Nigerian woman in particular, where the purity culture and, is so ingrained in us, they know that there's no way in this world to pay us to speak up. No way. So that's what makes me laugh when they go like, these girls are talking up for clout. Clout where? Clout where? Where? Show me anywhere in the world that a woman coming up the fact that she has been raped actually made things better for her. She's bullied. She's disbelieved. Do you realize that that's you raping her all over and over and over and over and over and over again? Because every time she has to explain, every time she's not believed, and this is what they bank on. You want to shout women down, yet you know women are raped. Because you hear about them raping babies, and you shout, hey, oh my God, I didn't know people are that bad. Yeah, you think, if they can rape babies, how, and this myth of, oh no, him. Okay, let's use the band for instance. It is alleged rape. Why would he rape anyone? Look at him, he can have whoever he wants. That's a lie. Because people think rape is about sex. It's not about sex. It's about power. It's about taking what you want when you want it, and it doesn't matter how the other person feels. And let me tell you something. Everyone thinks, fine boy, I feel my rapist, good-looking guy. Of course, he's good-looking. I followed him now, didn't I? I mean, I liked him. You see, that's the annoying part. I liked him, and I may or may not have slept with him. I just did not want to sleep with him that day. because he was attractive, and I did obviously enjoy his company. That's why he got me in the position that he did in the first place. Because you trust these people, and they just show themselves to be, I don't want to say animals, because I love dogs, and dogs are loyal, and dogs are nice. They just show themselves up to be slime, scum, like literally, like pond scum, and that's what I'm saying. He's a nice guy. He's a fine guy. He comes from a great family. We were in the same social circles. Do you understand? His sisters are like me. That's why when I say men are scum, and people go like, your father, your brother, and go, nah, them join. Because unless women speak up, I have no way of knowing if the people in my family are capable of that. Because the point remains that I can bet everything that his family don't think he's capable of that. Or maybe not. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, at least on the surface, he was a fine boy, good family, on point. Now, back to why I'm happy. There are many reasons why I'm happy. This girl asked Brand for an apology. That's all. That's all. And instead, he tried to. You see, what's that saying again about when the gods want to deal with you, they make you go mad first? Okay, clearly it was his time. And you see, that's the thing about. I don't know about anybody else, but let me talk about it from my point of view. Technically, my rapist has apologized to me. In fact, let me tell you how this happened. Maybe about 15 years after the incident, I saw him at a function that some Enugu people were doing. So you know how it is in Abuja here. That's Enugu people were doing, and I went, and I saw him. And the funniest thing, it was hey, look at you, long time. That's what he came at me with. And I had this look on my face like, huh? And he looks confused, like, hey. That's when it hit me. This motherfucker doesn't even remember raping me. And in another split second, it now hit him. Then he now had this look. He now said, hey, are you still angry with me? I said to him, are you fucking kidding me? He now he tried to pull me closer, and I was like, stop. And he was like, look, I'm sorry now. What do you want me to do? I'm sorry now. It's a long time ago, we're kids. I said, we're not fucking kids. It's 99, you were 23. We're not fucking kids. He was like, oh, hi. Like I said, what do you want me to do now? I'm sorry. At that moment, two things. Reach out, find something sharp and stab him and let him die. Or just walk away. And, as much as I have a violent temper, I do not want to catch a case for this motherfucker, because this is Nigeria. Anyway, look. All we want, at least let me speak for myself, all we want is an acknowledgement of what happened to us and how bad what happened to us is. And it's a crime. It's a crime against our persons. Why is there never punishment for it? I put it to you that if men got violently raped, things would be different. They would be. The way rape is treated is pure misogyny. Pure misogyny. But I'm happy because we're moving in the right direction. I really am. It might not look like I am, but I am. I wanted to talk about this. I'm happy I did. Anyway, I hope you guys are happy, because I am. I really am. Thank you for listening.